Hi, Schaefer Murray, Washington Sports Network. Coach, third straight Elite Eight. What's this particular one mean to you with this group of girls?
I think there's 5 in our locker room that have never been to a Sweet 16. So they certainly haven't been to an Elite Eight, and that's what excites you as a coach, is having players experience something for the first time. And you don't take it for granted. You just don't. And we made plays down the stretch. We made some bad plays down the stretch, but we made plays down the stretch to pull it out and win. And it means we did some good stuff.
Kim Nancy Armour with USA Today Sports. What did you see on Kaylyn's block? And she said she was getting cooked, but that seemed to really flip the energy for you all.
Well, I'll tell you this great story about KG. When she came to visit, we brought her in out of the portal, and Coach Starkey and I sat down in my office. And if you know anything about me, I'm going to be real and honest with you, and sometimes people can't handle the honest truth. But I feel like if you bring in transfers, you better be real honest with them and tell them ahead of time what your expectations are. And our not entire conversation, but the majority of our conversation was defense. We had watched her on film and told her the way she performed defensively wasn't going to fly at LSU. You're never going to see the floor. So if you commit to defense, we know what you can do offensively. But I'll never forget this. This is one of those moments in your coaching career. She sat up in her chair and she leaned over toward me and she said, "And Coach, now I'm just going to be honest." I said, "Well, that's would be a good place to start." She said, "I've never worried about the defensive end because I've always thought I'm going to get it back for you on the offensive end." Now, I know that's the mentality of probably every player. But for her in that moment to say that allowed me to let her know, you're going to have to play defense here. And to watch her own ball defense every day in practice get better and better, and then to watch her, like she said, she was getting beat off the dribble there, make a defensive play, it's only fitting that we talk about that in this game.
Hey Kim, Chantel Jennings with The Athletic. You guys have been in a lot of close games this season. You haven't won all of them, but you've won most of them. And I'm curious, is there something within teams that are able to close out those close games late, like an edge or a mentality, or someone like Anissa who's taking it personally? Like, what's the thread through those teams?
This has been a team that's won a lot of close games. I mean, from the very beginning of the season. I think part of it is seniors. Another part of it is leaders, your leadership, your captains. And the third part of it is competitors. Got some competitors. And it was really hard for us not to have Flagey on that floor, but she was seeing double. She got hit in the eye area, and they wouldn't let her go back in. And she continued in the timeouts to point things out on the coaching board and to say things to her teammates, and that's a sign of a leader. So I think all these close games, it benefits us to have been in them. I don't like them particularly. I'd like to relax on that sideline and let them, relax. But when you get to this level, there's too many good teams.
Hi, Coach. Isabel Gonzalez, CBS Sports. I noticed that after the game, you spent some time with the NC State players and kind of comforted them. So I was just wondering why you thought that was important to do, and if possible, could you share some of the messages you gave them?
Well, one of them I know personally, Maddie Cox. Her older sister won a national championship for me at Baylor. So I've watched that young lady since she was Maddie's 10, 12 years old. And she had a good game today. I know that family very well. And what I said to her was, this is the part of the game none of us like, Maddie. Get your head up. She took it hard. Sanaya Rivers, just told her what a great player she was. I've been through that line when you've lost, and I think the world of Westmore. There's certain coaches in your profession you don't like coaching against because either they're really, really good, and he is as a coach, but he's a really good man. And I just told him that. I said, you're just a good man, Wes, and you're a heck of a coach.
Jaden Smith, KLSU Sports. This is Samaya's second straight game with 20 points, 10 rebounds. Is it safe to say that it's a big four now? Is this something that you're looking for her to, display from here on out?
I would say Samaya is playing very confident, and Samaya is quietly just doing her job and somewhat doing everybody else's job too. When we'd get beat tonight on dribble penetration and they would come off that screen at the top, she altered shots, she blocked shots, she got rebounds. She's just becoming more comfortable. She's had 2 knee surgeries, and she's coming off that, and it takes time. And I think with Samaya, you get a clearance from a doctor that you're good to go, but it's above here. It's above here that you have to take your time and let it happen. And I just think she's just playing very, very good basketball right now.
Anissa keeping y'all in the game, the performance. She's been so reliable, but she was extraordinary tonight.
Well, I was actually disappointed she didn't have 20 rebounds. No. That kid's she just works. I mean, she's an undersized post player in there battling bigger girls, demanding the ball, guarding on the perimeter. We only hit 3 threes tonight, so for you WNBA scouts, I think she lit it up from out there. I think they forget she can shoot the 3 ball because that's all she did when she was at DePaul. But for us, it's not needed. So when she hit those 2 threes, I thought, okay, Nice has got it going on tonight. Now, she missed some, but she's just one you want on your team. She just is one of those kids that she plays that hard in practice every day. Sometimes you put her on the side because it's like, Nice, this is one of those days where you can take a deep breath.
Did you get word about Flauger's status potentially going forward? Is she going to be evaluated at all with the vision?
I haven't been told she's can't play. I didn't see it. I don't know if she got poked in the eye, hit in the. I don't know. I just know I was getting ready to put her back in the game, and I turned around. They said they won't let her go back in the game because she's seeing double vision a little bit. So we just went with Miracle defensively and KG offensively. But I haven't asked. They haven't come up to me, all worried or anything like that. So, yeah, I anticipate she'll be good to go.